Australians are having to hand over huge amounts of their data to tech companies when applying for rental properties. A new report by Choice claims some of these third-party apps are also pressuring renters into paying extra fees for unnecessary background checks. And there are allegations they encourage rental bidding, as Emilia Terzon reports.
Diana Robledo-Wes and her partner were left in limbo when their lease was terminated.
When we started going to the inspections, we just noticed that there was a lot of people going to every single one of them. It was very scary, it was very hard.
Every time the couple applied for a new rental, they had to go through third-party apps used by real estate agents.
We were just getting rejected over and over and over again.
Two of the apps prompted the couple to pay for background checks to boost their profiles. They got desperate and paid $80 between them.
You were pressured to do it because you think, well, if there's other 20 couples, they would probably pay for it. It just felt very wrong, you know, having to pay for an application.
A report by Choice has found that these apps are now widely used in the real estate industry.
We have spoken to a number of renters who've been incentivised to either pay for a tenancy check or to put in a higher figure for their rent, but there is a certain amount of opacity about how widespread that practice is.
Some of the sector's biggest names include independent platform Snug, REA Group's Ignite, which is linked to its website realestate.com.au, and To Apply. All three companies say they don't facilitate rental bidding and that background checks are legal, although regulators have been investigating whether consumers should be allowed to pay for them.
Would-be tenants should not feel compelled that they must pay for a national tenancy database check. Really, that's down to the agent.
The industry body is welcoming To Apply's decision to ditch its applicant rating system.
I think that the star rating system for tenancies is a bit offensive, to be honest. Some of the rent tech is really useful for the consumer. They only have to fill out their details once and then it stays in that database. But it has been pushing the boundaries in recent times.
As an agent himself, Hayden Groves is wary of letting technology do his job.
We don't use any of those apps. We do it the old-fashioned way. We make sure we meet our people, meet our tenants.
There are also concerns about all of the data that these companies are collecting after the Medibank, Optus and Latitude Financial cyber attacks.
People are being pressured to hand over much more data than they would in a traditional paper application. So not just things, for example, like can they service the rent, but their full employment history, their income details, their bank statements.
The companies say that they take data protection seriously. Snug even says that it's been lobbying for technology that scrambles people's ID numbers. The federal government says that digital tech is creating a new era of privacy concerns. Diana had to give up her passport and pay slips to eventually get this apartment, which she secured by paying extra rent.
I am the kind of person that doesn't like sharing those kind of data, but in this case, you have to do it.
Choice is calling for more protections for renters, but the real estate industry's lobby group says they're wary of more red tape.